Hello everyone, it's Amanda here from Karma Thoughts for my Karma Thought of the day for this Sunday, and it's my last Karma Thought for the lockdown period that I said I was going to come on and do 4 weeks of this, so this is my 28th day. So I am a solution-focused hypnotherapist, I'm a mindset coach, I help people with stress, anxiety, depression, helping them move forward, make changes in their life if they feel they've become stuck. And I think that's what some of us may well feel during this lockdown period, that we have become stuck or worried or fearful of what might be happening in the future. So that's why I decided I would come on and give you some tips and hints and strategies moving forward. So my last one today, in a way to sum it all up, is to be kind to yourself, is to just take a step back from what's happening and just be kind to yourself. It's from the sort of being self-compassionate, which comes from Buddhism, and it's about being more resilient when you have self-compassion. It's about being more motivated when you have self-compassion, being able to cope with life's difficulties moving forward. And it has amazing positive effects on our mental well-being and our immune system. And all the way through this, I've been sort of saying that, you know, developing and encourage our immune system to be as healthy as possible is so important right now, particularly right now. So moving forward, it's all about being kind to yourself. Stop judging yourself and comparing yourself to others. Yesterday, I talked about that we are all in the same storm, but we are all in different boats. So don't judge yourself and compare yourself to others who may be dealing with this in a completely different way, who have got completely different circumstances. Just realize that we are all different and we are all coping different ways. You don't have to be like your next door neighbour or your best friend or even your brother or sister who's coping with it in a different way, who's got a different set of circumstances to you. So stop judging yourself and comparing, because you'll always come up wanting, to be honest. If you do that, there'll always be something that you think is not as good with you as it is with other people. So try and change your perspective and reframe the situation you're in. This is hard, I know, but this is what I do when clients come and see me. Often clients will come in and say, because I always ask them what sort of day they've had, and they'll go, oh, it's been all week. I say, what's your week been like? What's been better? What's improved? What have you noticed that you've done well? And sometimes they'll come in and say, it's been dreadful. I've had the most awful week. There's not one good thing I can think of. And as they talk about their week and tell me different bits and pieces, I reframe it back to them and say, well, you did that though, and surely that was a good thing. And when you did that, I see that as a real positive, don't you? And by the end of the session, I've written down what I consider their positives. I've changed the things that they've said. I've reframed it. And so many of them go out going, actually, I had a really good week. I hadn't really thought about it like that. We have to reframe what's going on with us and attack that negative thinking that we've got. We've got lots of inner critics that are constantly talking to us about how bad things are, how bad we are, how things will go wrong, how fearful we are. We need to almost like confront those inner critics and reframe things and tell them a different story. Tell ourselves a different story. Remember, we don't need to be perfect all of the time. That's how we learn, by making mistakes and learning from those. We have to get things wrong sometimes. It's just how life is. And we often find that when we've done something and made a mistake, we all say, I'll never let that happen again. We learn from it. We all mess up. Again, it's human nature. And that's, as I say, that's what enables us to learn. So don't be too harsh on yourself. Be kinder to yourself. Look at your situation and see the positives. So this goes all the way back to my very first one, day one of these. Find the positives. There is always a positive. There is always a silver lining. You may have to dig deep, but it teaches your mind, the positive, logical part of your brain, to take control more of the inner critic, the primitive emotional part of your brain, which is back in the middle, the fight-flight part of your brain, that is always coming up with the reasons why you can't do something. We need to train this bit, it's the left prefrontal cortex, to take control and find the positive, to reframe things. So that's my last tip really of these 28 days, being kinder to yourself. Also thinking about being kind to other people. When you show an act of kindness, you get so much back yourself, tenfold from what you actually give that person sometimes. It releases oxytocin, it releases serotonin, it releases endorphins. We feel so much better when we do something kind for someone else, or even just give a compliment or do a little tiny thing to help somebody and be thoughtful. So even if you find it hard to be kind to yourself, be kind to other people, because you will reap the rewards from that. There is lots and lots of research done on that, on how kindness is so good for our mental health being and our heart and our immune system. It enables us to live longer when we're kind to other people. So, you know, there was the thing going around back in February when Caroline Flack died. You know, if you can only be one thing, be kind. Be kind to yourself and be kind to other people. So that's my thought for today, my karma thought for the day, and that brings my 28 days to a close. But I have decided that I'm going to do this on a weekly basis. I'm going to come on, so I'll probably be on tomorrow actually, because I'm going to try and keep the momentum going, of a karma thought for the week to get you through your week. And then I may well do a karma thought for the weekend. So on a Monday and a Friday, I'm aiming to come on and do this again, but with different things, different thoughts, things that have just occurred to me, to tell you tips and hints and strategies for your mental well-being, and just share what I know. So please share this with other people if you think this may help. I've also put all of this on my YouTube channel. I've got a YouTube channel, so you can look at all of this, and it's all in one section in a playlist, so you can go back with the headings and pick one that suits you the best or that you would like to re-listen to. And please, you know, so you can subscribe to that. You can just go in and watch that, so that would be lovely. And also, if I've told you things on this and you think, I know it's very easy for me to tell you what to do, and these hints and tips are very brief and very quick, and I could go into so much more detail. If you wanted more help, then I highly recommend that you contact me directly and come and see me. I give a free initial consultation that lasts about an hour, where I go into massive detail about how stress and anxiety are caused. And then if you like the sound of how I work, if you think I can help you, then we can progress it on to sessions going forward. It's entirely up to you, there's no obligation. But if you think this has helped you, or it could help other people, please come and see me or message me, and we can move it forward, and I can help you in much more depth, because this is I've just touched the surface, like I've sprinkled some fairy dust on different ideas, and I've left it to you. But I know how hard it is sometimes to do it on your, well, it is really hard to do it on your own. We need that accountability, which I talked about earlier this week, so that we can take action, which I've talked about earlier as well. Sometimes we need someone guiding us and helping us and unpicking what the problem is, so that we can find the solution. So I will leave that with you, and I shall be back tomorrow, same as normal really, back tomorrow at 12 o'clock with my karma thought for the week. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I've really enjoyed coming on every day and talking to you and helping you. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that this has helped you. Please let me know if it has, if you enjoyed listening and watching me. So until tomorrow with my karma thought for the week, I will see you then. Have a good rest of your weekend. Take care. Until then, bye-bye.